Welcome.
Everyone.
Hi, welcome to Everyone Wants 100%, where we go beyond the chair and give you the real on the salon industry. I'm Shawanda.
I'm Jaleesa.
And we have a special guest with us today.
Round of applause.
Woo!
Cue applause.
So we are talking to Ashley, who represents Fresha, which is a booking software based in London.
Hi, I'm Ashley. It is great to be here with you guys. And I'm a key account manager at Fresha. So essentially, Fresha offers an all-in-one platform that encompasses everything that comes to managing your business. So whether that's managing your appointments, processing your payments, your marketing, all of it's here right within the platform. So we strive to be the industry leaders that we are and make sure that we're definitely offering some of the top-notch best features that we can for our partners.
Yes, and I can second that. Being that
I was about to say, speaking of partners.
So Brooklyn, which I am the owner of, has been utilizing Fresha since the day I opened. And I always tell my story about how I grew up with Fresha because when I was looking for a software to partner with, everything was expensive. So I was just like, okay, I need to find something budget friendly. And then I came across Schedule, which is Fresha now, because when they first started, the name was Schedule, but now they're Fresha. And can you just give me a little background? How long you guys been around?
Yeah, so we've roughly been around since about like 2016, 2015, about then. And I know that's about the time that you guys started your business. So it's been great to kind of, I guess, see how you guys have grown along with the platform. I know I've been working with you for the last like 2 years.
Yes.
So I've even seen how you guys have evolved in just that short period. And we're looking to continue evolving. There's more on the way.
Yes, I always say, Ashley, I should deem myself the first partner in New York City. I want to see the stats. I want you guys to send me. I know I'm number one. I know I was, because I was searching so far and so wide to find something that would be beneficial and help me along my process in growing my business. And, you know, when you're starting a business and you are low on funds or you have to be very mindful of how you're spending your money, having something that can be budget friendly will help. And obviously, if you want to come across as a business that's about their business, you need a booking software. So how beneficial is having that in the salon industry, makeup artists, nail techs? What do you think is the benefits?
Absolutely. So Fresha is an all-in-one platform that's completely subscription free. So that's one of the biggest benefits.
That's something that should be highlighted because 9 out of 10 times when you start talking to people about like streamlining their business and booking softwares and all of those, all of the other ones that are out there, those that shall name nameless,
remain nameless.
Yes. They usually come with like a fee or they're paying something monthly. And the fact that like no one knows, they're like, oh, Fresha, wait, isn't it? No, it's subscription free. I like that.
Yes, I do too, because there's no commitment. So, you know, you can try it out. If you don't like it, you can just go somewhere else. But how can you not like free?
Right. $3.99.
Absolutely. And we want to make sure that no matter the size of your business, you're still getting the most value out of all of our products. So whether you're an individual or you're an enterprise with like multiple locations for your salon, you guys will all have access to the same exact tools.
And how long have you been working with Fresha, Ashley?
So I've been working with Fresha for about 2 years. So you guys are actually
we're your babies.
Yes.
So
Okay.
I love that.
We've been together like since the beginning. It's been about a little over 2 years now. So,
yes. Well, high five to us.
I know, right? Yeah. So we should celebrate after this.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and beat this up, and we are going to move into our salon etiquette. So in the show, we have segments, and we talk about different things in each of the segments. One of the segments that we're going to talk about is going to be our salon etiquette. So in this segment, we're going to get you all the way together, and we're going to give you the do's and the don'ts of the industry. So with that being said, what does salon etiquette mean to you, Ashley?
So to me, every business has a unique way in which they want to operate and handle their clientele. But, it's all about finding the happy medium between like what's best for you and your business and what's going to create a great client experience as well.
That's a nice answer.
So
I feel like it was so like, did you rehearse that? Because it was so on point. Like, I believe. I love it.
Yeah. So we strive to, make sure that when it comes to the client experience, we want them to have that experience immediately before they even step foot into your salon. So we try to make the booking platform as clear and concise as possible. So if you do have, deposits, forms, anything of that nature.
That's the key one right there.
Yeah, we
the
try
deposits,
to.
They start to get excited, guys. You don't have you don't have to hunt them down no more.
Right. Yes. So all of those things are pretty clear for you right on the site. You don't need to scroll through, 2 pages of rules and regulations and Zelle your deposit.
Not the booking. What is it? Might be
the bio bully.
The bio bully.
Yeah.
Preach, preacher.
Yes.
Speak on it. Actually,
you don't have to do all. You don't have to go through that whole process. Everything is super simple. You can book your appointment like in seconds and get all the information that you need right there in seconds. So that's what we try to do. We try to make sure that, no matter the business size, you're going to look professional. You're going to have that great interface whenever the client's booking, because that's their first perception of you and your business. So.
Yes. And so if I was a business starting and I had 2 employees, this would be beneficial because I don't have to pay a fee. I don't have to subscribe. And then I have all of the bells and whistles that can make me look professional coming in the gate. That's amazing. And like I said, I love Fresha. So you guys have grown with me, and I know you guys didn't have all of the bells and whistles in the beginning. What helped you streamline? Well, what helped Fresha streamline, to gain all of the extras that we need as a business to make us, more successful?
Yeah. So like we mentioned, like the businesses that we do work with, we call them our partners because this is a partnership for us. And we want to grow with you guys as we grow as well. So we're always welcome to feedback from our partners. We want to hear what you guys have to say. We want to hear what works best for you so that we can go out and create these features that you guys need.
So you guys take those surveys seriously. Like usually when somebody sends something out, like rate us and see how we are. I'm usually like, I don't care, but Fresha takes it very serious. And I love that. Definitely, and I feel like that's something that you've always said, Shawanda. Like it's a part, like the suggestions that you give them, the recommendations that you offer, they actually take those things into consideration and they actually implement them.
And they actually update us as if we're partners. So it's like, I'll have a concern, I'll reach out, or I'll have a suggestion, and then they'll, within a month or so, I'll see an email that's like, we're working on it and to come is up next. And I'm like, oh yeah.
Or normally Ashley is like, it's coming soon. Wait, like you're going to get it.
And I really appreciate that because sometimes you, like you said, Jaleesa, you don't feel heard as a client or a customer. And you're like, I'm not doing this survey because nobody's really going to take into consideration what I'm saying, the feedback that I'm giving. But who else better to get it from than the clients and the customers, So I think that that's great to be able to actually listen to your client and do what you say you're going to do.
So when you, Ashley, when you're booking any kind of service or you're moving, like you're doing your beauty things, what do you look for in etiquette? Like on their website, like what are you looking for that lets you know, like, okay, these people are it. I can go visit them.
Yeah.
Well, they should be using Fresha.
Right. That should be the first thing that it is. Are you guys not using? Nope, I'm moving on over.
Yeah. So whenever I am looking for a business, honestly, a great place to look is actually the Fresha Marketplace. We have a ton of different beauty and wellness businesses. So whether you're looking for a salon, barbershop, nail salon, med spa, anything that you need is pretty much right there on the Fresha Marketplace. So great place to look for any type of beauty and wellness business. Another thing I definitely want to look for is just the entire booking experience. Like if I, have to jump through hurdles, before I could even book the appointment, I'm automatically just going to be a little bit turned off.
You and I are in the same boat. Same boat.
I want to make this as smooth and easy as possible. Like, everyone's busy throughout their day. They want to just do a couple of quick clicks, and I know I have my appointment locked in.
Yes. And then I also want to receive a confirmation receipt as well, too. Because then I know it's real. Then I know that it is real. I love that answer, Ashley.
I know Mike B. We didn't say, hi, Mike B.
Hi.
So I know a few episodes before Mike B. said the same thing. Like, if it's so complicated to book that appointment, you're just going to move on to the
Correct.
next. Right.
Yeah, if I have to read paragraphs first and all the things you can't do, and I can't just click a button,
Right.
I'm going to move on.
Right.
Yeah.
But why do you think that that's a transition? Like, because my thing is, I feel like I've grown with Fresha as well too. So like, I know the ins and outs of it. And when I go to some, whether it's an independent contractor, whether it's a big business, I'm always like, why don't you guys make it easy for us? Like, why is it that they're not kind of like shifting over to just finding something that just streamlines it? Do you think it's more of like I know this, I use this, so I'm going to continue to use this kind of thing?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. People are comfortable in their ways. And sometimes when you're not maybe the most tech savvy, sometimes it can be a little intimidating, jumping into a new software. But honestly,
that's me. I have to raise my hand because I love to pick up the phone and make a phone call. I'm always that person like set in the old school way of doing things. But how do you reach the masses and letting them know, like, no, Fresha is the way to go?
Right, because that's what I want. That's what I want to say, guys. That's what I want to say.
And just on the tech point, having also started back with Fresha, I found it to be a very intuitive platform. It's very easy to navigate.
It is user-friendly.
So even for the people that are, tech wary
or apprehensive of coming in.
Yeah, it's actually very easy to use and it flows really nicely.
It does.
Yeah, that's the whole idea. Like, we want to make it as simple as possible. So, a 5-year-old could book an appointment,
Right.
And a 95-year-old can book an appointment. It's that simple to use the platform. So we want to make sure that we're reaching the masses. We don't want to make this too complicated where people are turned off from it. We want everybody to enjoy Fresha.
And the fact that you have an account manager, like somebody like you, that you're able to reach out to, I feel like is another big plus, because a lot of the times you have to go to the chat, talk with the bot. After you talk to the bot, then you get to the actual person, and hopefully, fingers crossed,
Well, I'm not gonna lie.
they can help you.
When Ashley pick up the phone, she sound like a bot sometimes.
Listen, so
And I'm
story time. So the first time that I spoke to you, Ashley, I called and I got your voicemail. And then the second time I called back and you answered, I paused and I was like waiting for your voicemail to come on. And I was like, Ashley? It's like, this is Ashley. I said, oh, hey.
yes, very professional.
Very,
all
like,
the
your
time.
voice literally sounds like a voice recording.
Yes,
so I was like,
yes.
oh, hey, girl, what's going on?
Yeah, so being able to speak to a human does help with the relationship.
It does.
It makes it very personable. And I'm happy to be able to work with someone who kind of is listening to me on the other end, rather than me sending an email, having to wait for a response and then emailing again. So it's very quick. And I love that about Fresha.
Yeah, absolutely. We try to have like that white glove approach. We enjoy having that partnership. We want to communicate with you guys. Whenever you guys have questions, reach out. When we have new updates, we reach out to you guys. So we want to continue to keep that growing.
I love that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So our next topic that we're going to discuss is Tangled Tales, where we detangle the mess. So we'll be reading and sharing some of the craziest reviews, personal and social media stories, and giving our feedback. So in this segment, we're going to talk about culture for the culture, right? Because this is part 2. And we had a guest on, Rashina, who we spoke to about what the salon is missing. Like, what is missing in the salon? And being that you work with so many salons, what do you think, as that person on the other side, is missing from the salon industry?
So what I think is missing at the moment is just the focus on customer service. Like, that's something I feel like that's been lost over the last few years. Like if you go back to kind of like the old school salons, you know, the service was great, but now there's more.
Was it? Was it?
It was
good.
It was what it was.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was what it was.
For that time.
For that time. You gotta, I feel like it was more of a personable situation.
Yes.
Like it was something that was more like a relationship between you and your stylist, essentially. It was your friend.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have booking software, so you had to call and speak to them
or
and make that appointment or make that appointment on your way out the door. We were writing things down, and you know that for me seems like it's more intimate and more personable. Because right now I don't want anybody texting me. I don't want that. Hey girl, can you?
They must have really traumatized you because you keep. I don't want them
running a business from your phone is exhausting. Being that point of contact is exhausting because you get texts all hours of the day, phone calls all hours of the day, and there's no real separation between business and you know, your personal life. Yeah. So, what did Ashley say? She said she felt like what was missing from it? The unity part, like that intimacy
right?
from
the customer service part. Yeah.
Well, I think that that's a great thing to have still as a business, but what part of it did you feel like wasn't great when it was back in the day?
So back in the day, I would say it's just the booking experience. Like sometimes it's hard to reach your stylist. It's hard to get a hold of them. It's hard to get that appointment, or, you know, you're waiting for the books to open up or something like that. And, you know, we want to make booking as simple as possible. And with Fresha, you know, one of the things that we kind of hone in on when it comes to online booking, a lot of times salons are a little nervous about doing online booking because, because of like color and things of that nature that may be a little bit more complicated. Sometimes they don't want that online, but we encourage it actually because it opens up the door for you guys to accept appointments at any hour. So I don't have to wait until you guys are open. I can book my appointment, you know, at 1 a.m. when I'm thinking about it. Oh, wait, I need to book my hair appointment for next week. I can just log right on, couple of clicks, and my appointment's booked.
Okay. Well, when you say that it seems a little complicated as far as color services, is it that it's complicated, or is it that they haven't figured out a way to really like price it? Because I feel like when they post, if you know, like single process, $95, but then you have a client walk through the door and they have 3 head full of hair, and it's like, oh man, how am I going to now explain to them, hey, this is not going to be that cost. So is there a way on Fresha to kind of set a price, but say, hey, based on this, it might be this cost?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's exactly why, like, we try to encourage online booking. I know some salons can be nervous because of those situations.
Yes.
You know, someone may book a single process and they have, you know, hair all the way down their back. But that's why we offer like variable pricing. So you can set the pricing for the length of hair that the client may have. If you maybe want to offer different variations of that service, like you can do it, whether it's for hair length, whether it's for the type of product or something like that that's being used. You can vary the pricing within the service menu, even when it comes to your team. Like if you guys charge different amounts based on different stylists,
and I love that.
You can do that.
I do really love that. It allows every stylist to feel like you know, they are being booked and they are being highlighted, and you know, it separates each of them based on skill level, you know, based on availability, you know. So that's a really, really dope thing about Fresha.
Well, I know that going back to what you said in customer service, that was a lot of the based on the. We had spoke about the video the last time that we were here. So Chic TV, she had posted a video. She was at the Bronner Brothers, Jesus, because that always ties me up. I can't say 2 B's at the same time. Is that the name of it?
Yes,
the Bronner Brothers Beauty Show.
Yes.
And she was basically asking like, hey, what is the salon culture missing? A lot of it was the suites, and then the other half was the customer service. Do you feel like a lot of the stylists, so to speak, are just losing the customer service, or those smaller businesses are losing the customer service aspect?
I would say yes, because a lot of people, unfortunately, are moving away from the traditional salon, and they're kind of more focused like on like what you mentioned with the suite.
Yeah.
So I feel like when those transitions happen, it kind of loses the community and the brand that you may have in a traditional salon. Like with you guys at So Brooklyn, you guys are a brand, and you guys all operate together in a brand, and you want to provide a certain experience for your client. And some of the people that kind of want to be a little bit more independent, sometimes that can get a little lost because you're just kind of focused on getting in as many people as possible so you can kind of just maintain everything. Yeah, exactly. But you still want to create that experience for your client. Like people are more and more now than ever are focused on their beauty and wellness, and beauty goes hand in hand with that. So you want to create that experience where the client feels pampered and they feel comfortable in your space, and they want to have a simple, easy booking process. You don't want to have to worry about, being in the living room with someone with a million different things.
But if you are in the living room, you can still utilize Fresha.
You can still use it. Use it. But from a client standpoint, we want to feel like we're getting comfortable. We're getting the value out of what we're paying for.
We're giving lux. We want to give luxury.
Yes.
We want to give authenticity, like we standing on business.
Yes. And then, back in the day, they would say, and it's still to this day, when you walk into a salon, the person you see first, which is usually the receptionist, will pretty much give you an outlook on what kind of experience you're about to experience. So I think that having Fresha as a booking software is the real first, outlook on what you're going to experience. And because it's so seamless, a lot of clients, they'll call and they're like, oh my God, everything is so thorough. Like, I really appreciate how you have everything broken down. It's easy to read, it's easy to book. And I'm like, yes. And that just makes them feel, more excited to visit. Yeah. So, yeah.
I like that you can use it standalone, or you can also incorporate it into your website.
What does that mean for those of you who don't know what that means? Look, Mike B over here.
Sorry. So if you have your own website, you can still use Fresha, obviously. You can add links to it and it'll take you to the Fresha booking site, and you can still have the Fresha experience and still have your branded website. So I think it's great that you can do it standalone, or you can add it to your existing website.
I think at this point, everybody, just go ahead and get Fresha. just go ahead. Just do it. I'm pulling the trigger.
Well, we're speaking to Ashley because we want to speak to the beauty professionals and advertise Fresha as that place to go, because coming from a place of not having, the resources, a lot of capital to start your business. And even if you're not just starting and you are already using something, look into it, because if you can cut costs down, then that's the way to go. And it's not just about cost, because, a lot of times people associate, well, you get what you pay for. And in this case, I don't believe that Fresha is that. It's almost like, oh, wow.
I'm getting this?
Yeah. And it just makes it so much more exciting just to know that, okay, wow, you guys are giving me all of these things. You really do want to see me succeed.
Right.
You don't want to break my pockets. And I know everything costs, but we do appreciate that from you guys.
I guess that's like your ode to Fresha.
Yeah.
Yes. So thank you. So did you want to add anything, Jaleesa, on that topic? Okay. So did you, Mike B? All right. So now we will be transitioning into our third segment, Standing on Business, where we are chatting about the structures, systems, and tools, education that you will need to make you successful in the salon industry. And as we know, Fresha is one of them. But Ashley, let us know, besides Fresha, what are some things that you think, as that person behind the scenes, that can make you successful in the salon industry?
So, in my opinion, I think just being clear about what your brand is and what your brand stands for is super important. When people can see the kind of brand and the kind of value that you're bringing, they'll be more enticed to book with you. They'll understand, like, oh, wow, she's established. She has, a great brand going on. Like, that's somebody that I definitely want to book with. I think putting your brand first, outside of just, the software that you're using, establishing a brand, establishing exactly what you want to stand for as a business is definitely important. And when it comes to kind of like Fresha and what you can do with it, I would say just standing firm on your booking policies. Everybody's different. Everybody wants to handle things differently. You got to stand your ground when it comes to your booking policies.
Yes, it is. So if it's listed and it's written, like when they walk through the door, make sure you're following through with it and you're not switching things up.
Sounds like boundaries.
Yeah.
Last episode.
Yes, because we talked about boundaries, and sometimes it can get a little fuzzy when you are building a clientele as an independent stylist or independent, nail tech, makeup artist. It can get a little fuzzy when you want to please everyone. So, you might have something on the booking website that says this, but when they walk in, they're trying to, get something else done for a different cost, or they want to switch around the policies. And it's like, well, no. Because it says here that, we offer X, Y, and Z, or it says here that we take our last appointment at this time. So standing firm on it is the only way to be successful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Agreed. Agreed. But you know how I believe that Fresha stands on business?
How?
What is it? Smart pricing.
Oh.
I have to say that the first person I ever saw do smart pricing, and this was, I want to say maybe years ago, because I feel like it's been around for a long time, but nobody knew what it was. And when it came about, so smart pricing is basically something that you can do to elevate your business. So if there's a certain time that's not as lucrative as other times or other days, you can offer discounts. And when you offer the discounts, more people are open to booking out those times or whenever you have those discounts available. And now that I look on other softwares, I'm seeing that they're implementing those same things. And I'm like, hey, I know who was the originators. And it wasn't you.
Right.
So how did they even come up with something like that? Do you know?
To their clients.
Yeah, exactly. Listen to the clients. Like, we do have some businesses that offer things like a happy hour, things of that nature, where maybe they want to offer something a little special on a slower day.
Yes.
Or maybe even on your busier days, you can up the price a little bit. Maybe Saturday afternoon is prime time.
Yesterday's price is not today's price,
I love
guys.
that you
It's
said
Saturday.
that. Sometimes we always want to sound appealing to people by talking about the cheaper aspect of it.
Right.
Actually said you could raise the price on a Saturday.
And did.
And I love that. And you know
And
what?
you
And Fresh is honest too.
Right. Because it says it. I saw it. It was like, price is slightly increased due to volume on this day. Like,
Man,
they,
great.
Yeah. No, they let you know that the pricing is increased due to the volume. So now
it's giving Ticketmaster.
I love
that was
though.
me the other day, Drake. High demand. Oh man, I know it's up. The
Wait,
price
I gotta wait until 2 a.m. I gotta wait till 2 a.m.
Yes.
I thought that was so cool. And I was just like, man, that was very innovative.
And so, Ashley, what are some other ways that Fresha can support small businesses?
Yeah, so one of the latest features that we actually just launched is called Team Pay. So with Team Pay, essentially your team is able to clock in and clock out, so you can track their hours. You can see how long they're actually working.
Awesome.
If you want to implement hourly wages with that as well, you can attach an hourly wage. So if you want to, set something where your staff is getting paid $20 an hour or something like that, the flexibility is there for you to do that. It even tracks like when they have breaks and things like that. So if you want to log, lunch at 12, you guys are able to do that. And in addition to that, what comes along with it is the ability to pay out the team directly as well. So if you would like to have your team attach their bank accounts over to Fresha, the commission and everything will be calculated for you all in one, all in the system. And you can pay out the team directly through the system. Even if you want to pay them manually, if you maybe pay them via check or anything else outside of the software, you can still do that. All of the information will be there for you. You can plug it in wherever you need and pay out your team.
Ooh, I love a streamlined
Right. I was about to say,
operation.
business owners, do you hear me?
Right.
That sounds
One click.
That sounds very much clickety click click click. So easy for me.
Yes.
Managers, if you guys are listening, let your boss know.
Well, I remember when I didn't. I actually used 2 different platforms for clocking and clocking out. So when you have to toggle back and forth between different screens and you got to jot down the hours, I think that that's amazing and easy to use for any business owner who definitely is always running out of time because everything is so time sensitive. You know, you don't want anybody come to you. I didn't get my check this week.
Right, right. And then they mad.
Yeah.
They ain't got no money.
Or the famous, my hours are off.
Right. Like, excuse me, did you clock back in for break?
Yes. So I think that's a great thing that Fresha is offering for us now.
Definitely a way to stand on business.
Yes, it is.
Like
1000%.
that makes you look very professional to your staff and to the people coming in.
Yeah,
that
because
is great.
that is definitely always an argument, or not an argument, but that part of the business deters stylists for wanting to work for businesses. They definitely complain about them not getting paid on time.
or at all. or at all.
Them not getting the proper amount of money.
accurately, right.
And I'd be like, oh, wow. So I could see why Fresha would implement that and have that as an option now. So that way, you know, they can seem more attractive to potential stylists to work for their business.
I love that Fresha's always evolving. Like for real.
Every day.
Like they really are out here on their Zoom listening to the people so that because I knew that was like a concern of yours. Years ago, you was like, I don't know. And now look, Fresha's like,
I know. So now
here we are.
Definitely going to utilize that to the fullest, to the max.
Don't miss out, guys. Don't miss out.
So now that we are moving on to Everyone Wants 100%, this is where we want to discuss how we can walk away with 100. But the math is never mathing, guys. But I know that Ashley can give us some tips to get closer to 100%. So get your pens out because we're taking you to school.
As we have been the entire
Right, the entire episode. So Ashley, how can Fresha get us to 100% or close to it?
Yeah. So, as you know, like I've been mentioning, you know, we want to encompass everything that comes to managing your business. So we want to be your marketing tool, your payment processor, your appointment booking platform. We want to do it all for you. And one of the most recent features that we actually just released is the ability to have your clients leave your review on Google as well as Fresha. So your clients are already leaving you guys amazing reviews on the Fresha marketplace.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for making us top 25.
I know, right? Top 25.
Yeah, you guys are highly, highly rated.
I know.
I mean,
I was so excited.
You should be.
I know. I didn't get my frame for my little award yet. I have to hang it up high on the wall in the salon. But I definitely got my sticker that allows people from outside to scan it. And, you know, so I really appreciate that. I felt really, really good when I got that in the mail, you know, and a lot of times as a business owner, we don't see, you know, our triumphs and things like that. So when you guys witness it and realize it and acknowledge us, I think that's dope.
that was the right word, acknowledging it. The fact that they sat there and took the time to create congratulations, guys. And then a little placard to put in your window too. Like I felt like that was dope.
Yeah, that made my day. It really did. And so thank you.
I'm happy to hear that. I'm so happy to hear that you guys love that. We definitely wanted to give you guys that feeling. We wanted to let you know that we do value you guys. And we want to continue to do that for all of our businesses that we do work with.
Well, one of my favorite things are the marketing tool that Fresha offers. It allows me to put together a marketing sit down with my team and schedule marketing for the month, for the weeks. And I think that it's great because I used to use, what was the other one? I can't even remember. We said we're not going to even name those.
That was shall not be named.
I used to use something else and it was not seamless. So the fact that you guys have it there, I can just schedule it. It can just go out to all of my clients that I have, not leaving anyone out. I think that's a great thing too, a great thing to add.
Yeah. And even if you want to send it to specific people, like maybe you want to send it to
birthdays.
Yeah, your birthday.
I love that one.
You could send it out for birthdays. If you want to welcome some of your new clients, you can actually enable that as well for when the clients come in for their first appointment. You can use the auto campaigns, which will automatically send them a thank you after that first visit.
Yeah.
Saying, thank you for visiting us. Come back again with a little special discount. So that's super nice that a lot of people really enjoy. And even with the blast campaigns, which are a little bit more customized messages, those you can even send those to specific target groups as well. So if maybe you want to send it to just Shawanda's clients, you can actually do that. You can do it by appointment date, or maybe if you want to maybe check out some of the clients that haven't come in like the last 3 months, let's say.
Yes.
You can target clients that haven't come in the last 3 months and send them a special discount. Hey, we miss you. Come visit us today. You know, when you're having those slower seasons and you want to bring some more people in the door.
I like that.
And so it's pretty much Fresha is just doing all the work to make you guys feel special that we are not doing. So it's like categorizing people, pointing them out, highlighting them, sending them customized messages. That for me as a client would feel like, oh, well, wow, this place really cares about me. I want to give them my money. I want to support them. I want to continue doing business. So that will definitely get me a lot closer to 100%.
I agree.
Retention is key. And in this business, if you don't have retention, then I don't believe that you are
going to be successful.
Because if you're just seeing the, new people all the time, I don't think that you're reaching them with what your brand is really all about.
Email marketing is something that's often overlooked, especially in small businesses. So to have it be easily accessible and easy to use, and all this targeting and all those things built into something you're already using, you don't have to switch platforms and keep going in between. I think that's invaluable.
Yeah.
And I think from the business aspect for the blast marketing, you also can track how much money you've made. How did this discount make sense? Did the math?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's like, to me, that's the first thing that I go to. I'm like, okay, well, since everybody.
Right. So you get analytics.
You get analytics at the bottom, and it lets you know, okay, you have these many clients that have already pre-booked, and once the transaction is complete, then it lets you know how much you've actually made from this discount. And then you can always go back from last year, duplicate the same exact one, and resend it out, and it's a whole new deal.
Smarter,
and you can see exactly very
Fresha
much
doing all the back end work. We just clicking the buttons. Yes. And one of the other things that I really like is just knowing my business and seeing where I am for the year, and being able to go back to last year and looking at my numbers and seeing what I did and what I made, and then seeing what my projections are to be for the next year. That's amazing. That is amazing. It's priceless, because you forget. There's so many things going on. So the fact that I can put in the date and it just come up for me is great. It's a great tool.
I like that. Well, guys, at this point, I know I said it before, but I feel like I need to say it again.
Yeah.
Just get Fresha.
Yeah. So with the reviews, you said it goes over to Google. I wanted to say that I know a lot of people don't really know too much about Fresha Marketplace unless the stylist or the nail tech, makeup artist, whatever beauty professional is using it. That's the only way they really know. So like for outsiders who don't know, the fact that same review will now translate over into Google will allow me to look better on Google and for more eyes to see. So I will potentially gain more clients that way. Yeah. So like I said, I have so many, I have hundreds. And then I go on Google and I have like maybe 100. So now I'll have 200 reviews versus 100. So that's great. I think whoever is on that team over there is really paying attention and listening and understanding, because that honestly was a concern for me. Because like I said, I love Fresha. I love the marketplace because it's is a small community for New York, I would say, more so in New York. I know you guys are based in London and started there. So I think the masses for you guys are greater on that side. So it also gives you guys an opportunity for people to know who you guys are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're definitely focused on expanding in North America moving forward. So expect to see a lot more Fresha, a lot more businesses that are using the platform. We're definitely hitting the ground running here in North America. So you could definitely expect to see some big things from us.
And then you guys offer referral, money and things like that. So I can actually refer you guys to a potential business owner and get some cash.
Right. We got the code.
Spread the word.
We got the code at the end of this episode. We can hook you up.
Yes, I can definitely give you a code, and then you can sign up and be on your way to 100%.
Right. Well, Ashley, where can they find Fresha? If someone was listening to this episode and they wanted to inquire more, where would they be able to find you guys?
Yes, so we're pretty accessible. All you have to do is just go right over to Fresha.com, where you can either sign up as a business, or even if you're a client looking for a business in the area and you're looking to get your nails done, your hair done, you can definitely just go right over to Fresha.com and find exactly what you're looking for. And you can also download our app as well. It's available on Android and Apple devices. So we do have 2 apps. We have the Fresha Partner app for businesses. So if you're a business, check that one out. And if you are a client, we just have an app simply called Fresha.
So I just want to thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you, Ashley, for coming and letting everybody know who Fresha is and what Fresha is.
And what they
do you have anything that you want to let the people know?
Well, it's been an amazing experience to be here with you guys. You guys are great partners to have. And I look forward to seeing how you guys continue to grow with the platform and how we continue to evolve as well. This year, 2024 in particular, is definitely a big year for us. We have a lot of new things coming your way. So definitely keep your eye open. Keep your eye on the app. Keep your eye on the website. There's definitely some new things coming for you guys.
I feel like it's like coming soon.
Yes. Fresha is always doing something.
Yes, like this is a good year to get in with Fresha, guys.
Yeah, get in now.
Absolutely.
Get in now.
Get in when you can.
Right. Thank you again, Ashley.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome.
Bye.
Bye.